Hey everyone, well first of all, I want to make sure that you don't miss out on my Christmas gift this year. That's right, if you're on my email distribution list, I'm emailing out a gift on Christmas Eve. So if you're not on my list, all you have to do is go to acalltothrive.com and opt in to receive my videos in your inbox every week. And then you get the free gift. So make sure you do that this week before it goes out. And today's topic is actually a question that somebody gave me that I thought was pretty good. And so I decided that I'm going to spend some time in answering it today. And that question is how do you know what to put on social media to get people interested in your business and what you're doing? How do you get other people to care about what you have to offer? And I thought that this was really, really good because so many people struggle with this. And it's not an easy solution if you're just looking at everyone else's social media and what they're doing. It's really difficult sometimes to understand the strategy behind what other people are doing because they may not be going after the same thing that you're going after. So let's talk about this. In the consulting world, there's something that's called issue to impact. This is the process that first you determine what you want to be perceived as in the marketplace. And then number two, you go out and identify all the major issues and problems that people are facing in your target demographic. And number three, you then follow up with massive impact and solution to those problems. So this is kind of the process that you want to go through when you're establishing a new business. And I'm going to use myself as an example. Now, I started A Call to Thrive last year. I completely transitioned what I was doing. I knew at that point I wanted to continue to help people, but I really had a burden to help people that were either entrepreneurs or called to be entrepreneurs in some sort of fashion, or those that were just called to take their life to the next level and step it up. But I had to narrow things down. I had to focus in order to get to my end goal. And so I began to focus on the people that had not stepped up into that entrepreneurial world. And I provided some videos and things here and there on marketing, and I kind of tested the market to see what people were reacting to. I decided from a strategic point of view, because I'm not necessarily known to the broader world as, the entrepreneur, the one to give advice on being an entrepreneur, because everything that I've done has been behind closed doors. You haven't seen me bring services to Nike. You haven't seen me target some of these big Fortune 500, Fortune 50 companies. And so I really have to live this out and bring value. And so I've targeted those individuals that really want to become an entrepreneur, that really need to step it up. So if you look at my social media, it's motivational. It's trying to get people to make change. It's encouraging people to step out of the box. And that is what I'm after right now. Now in the new year, I'll be launching some new product that's more focused to your established entrepreneur. Why? Because it's my goal to get those people to step up into growing a business, starting a business, and actually doing something, and then provide the strategy so that their organizations and their businesses will succeed and they'll be able to bring it to the next level. So I have this full life cycle that I've planned out. But first, I had to ask myself, what do I want to be known as? What do I want everybody to know Amy Montgomery as? Well, that came down to the fact that I'm a problem solver and an innovator. So I want to be the problem solver that brings innovative solutions to you in your life. And not just in business. I wanted to be able to do that in life and business. So I'm a life and business strategist that brings solutions to your problems in an innovative way. And I target those that want to step out of the box and become something great and do the impossible. The entrepreneurs that are succeeding above what most people ever thought was possible and helping them to take things to the next level. Then you really have to understand your demographic. And those are my demographics. So then I had to do some study. What are the problems that they're facing? What are the problems that are people that are afraid to step out? What are they facing? What are the struggles and the things that are coming at them that are keeping them from stepping out? Addressing those, and then focusing on some of the more strategic aspects of running a business. And you want to create an impact that's going to produce a lasting relationship. So when you provide solutions, you want it to be something that's going to be so impactful for these people that you actually build a relationship with them. Because you don't want somebody just to come, see your content, and then leave. You want to be able to build relationships with people because they know that you create value. And so that's why it's really important to study the major issues that people are facing and bring solution to them. So as you go into this, there's a couple of points I wrote down here. One, what issue are you solving? So you don't want to just post things out there aimlessly just because they're encouraging posts. What are you solving? Who are you trying to attract and why? And what problems are you planning to solve in their life? What value is your activity to others? So if you're just going to post a meme, what value is that meme to other people? Now, sometimes I just post an image of myself or whatever, and I've tried to kind of build more relationship with people, try to do that a little bit more on my Instagram so people know what I'm about, try to do Snapchat so people kind of know the ins and outs of my life as an individual so we can build relationships. But also in that, integrated in that, you want to think, what value is your activity bringing to other people? If you're just writing a blog because it's all about you, or you're just writing a blog because you think it's smart and you're not solving a problem, then you're kind of wasting your time. So really try to look at it from a problem-solving perspective. Then ask yourself, what problems do you see in the future? So you'll notice that when I thought about the strategy of my business, I'm thinking of the future. All these people that I'm encouraging to step out and begin to do stuff, they're going to be the entrepreneurs of the future. What problems are they going to run into that I can solve? And that's setting me up for future success. So I'm not just continuing to help new people step into their purpose, but I'll actually be able to help all those other entrepreneurs succeed. And lastly, are you using your time to be the most impactful? So choose a social media platform that will bring the greatest impact to those that you're targeting. Where do they spend time? Are they on YouTube? Are they on Snapchat? Are they on Twitter? Are they on Facebook? Where are they? And how can you make the biggest impact on their life? Maybe it's not a blog. Maybe if you post a blog, they're not reading it. So really ask yourself how you can have the greatest impact. The other things that I want to mention about this that are really important is know your industry. Really know what's going on in the industry that you're targeting. Now, this could be spiritual, this could be, retail, this could be consulting, whatever it is that you're going after, know the industry, know what's happening, know what's coming down the pike, know how our world is impacting it, how it's changing, how it's fluctuating. Look at your competitors and what they're doing, and really be wise about it. I'm out there every week looking at thoughtware on industry, technology, where technology is going for 2017. What's the industry doing for entrepreneurs? What's the best way to position your business online with technology? Where are the sales coming from? I'm constantly educating myself with that information. I may not be always getting that content out, but it's preparing me and keeping me up to date so that I can always bring great solutions to people in various industries. Really know your craft. Whatever it is that you want to provide and that you want to be known for, really study. Know your stuff. Read a lot of books. And this is where I think that your social media can really be helped if you read a lot of books. Now, if you're not a reader, at least listen to audiobooks because they're going to inspire you. And when you get inspired, it's really easy to type a tweet. It's really easy to bring great value because if you're thinking along the same lines as the people that you're targeting and it's your passion, you're going to be passionate naturally about the things that they're passionate about. So then You read something and you're like, oh wow, this is so amazing, and then you get to create a meme out of it or something that inspires other people. And I cannot really emphasize that enough. I think that that's where your creativity comes from. That's where creating new thoughts comes from. Because you may read something and then you go, oh wow, X and Y equals Z, and this is amazing, I've got to put this out. So a lot of times that will happen to me. Things will just click. I have read this book, I've read that book, I put them together and I get something amazing. So reading is really, really important. The other thing is that you really should care about building the relationships. And I think that a lot of people fail in this. They think, well, I have a product and I'm just going to provide that product and that's the end of it. But the reality is that you really need to care about those people. The people that are successful in business care about people, and they care about the individual. If you want your business to stick around forever, and you don't want to just create a ton of businesses throughout your life and constantly be transitioning them because, one fails or whatever it may be, if you want them to really grow and be successful, you have to care about people. And so make sure that you're not just putting content out there, but you care about the people that you're actually sharing that content with, that you care about their problems, you care about bringing the solutions to them. And that brings me lastly to asking the right questions. I think that one of the number one things I learned in working for a big firm is knowing what questions to ask and really how to pick that up. When I started at a consulting firm for the first time, I didn't have any experience, no exposure whatsoever. I didn't know what to expect, and I was hired into this position because I said, hey, I can do this. And then I asked, well, what are the expectations? And they said, we can't tell you, because if we tell you today, they're going to change tomorrow. You're going to succeed or you're going to fail. And it's really the same thing when you're an entrepreneur. You're going to succeed or you're going to fail. You're either going to be able to create value or not. So in order to create that value, you have to be able to identify the problems that other people are facing. And you have to be able to bring the solution, the needed solution. And so I went through this process of training myself to sit in meetings and listen to the conversations that were happening and identify the problems and bring the solution without being asked, Amy, what do you think? So before anyone asks you, what do you think? What's your solution? You need to be able to listen to the conversations that people are having. Go on social media, go on Snapchat, listen to your target audience. What are they saying? What do they need? What are they struggling with in their life? And then bring value to that. And ask the right questions. Ask them the questions. Be the one that is going to look at the visionary, the big picture, and find out where they want to go. They may have a great process for where they're at right now, but maybe they need a visionary process, something that's going to help them in the future to go to the next level. Remember to think of the big picture of where people are at, because people get so into the day-to-day, they get so into the details that sometimes they really have a hard time with the big picture. So if you're asking, the big picture questions, a lot of times that will help people to really be able to decide what they need to do, on the smaller scale. And, even when you have a small group of people that are following you, you can always reach out to individuals and ask them questions. Maybe you don't have a lot of people asking you questions. I certainly don't get a lot of people commenting right now on my YouTube videos, but I do get a lot of people emailing me. So however your audience is communicating with you, make sure that you ask them questions and ask them the right questions. Find out what they're struggling with and find out how you can bring solution to those problems. Remember, sign up for my email list so you get my free gift, and I hope that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.